have some techniques. Okay, let's go
Hmm.
through the. We call it as
Yeah.
a techniques of black box testing. Black box nothing but it is a functional testing. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
so we are talking of techniques how to generate the test cases exactly, right? So in order
Hmm.
to validate system correctly, right? So first one is BVA. That what does it mean is boundary value analysis. This is a
Analysis.
technique. Okay,
Yeah.
boundary value analysis is a testing technique. Okay,
Hmm.
so name itself suggests, right? So it is a boundary. Right? So the
Hmm.
values are like it is considered on limit inner and outer limits. Okay, for the
Yes.
type of testing. Okay, let's say so there is a field called age customer age between 21 to
21 to
65.
50.
Okay,
Yeah.
so exactly by using this technique, how many test cases you will do, right? So you have to
Hmm.
analyze it because
Okay.
you have to understand the requirement. Requirement is customer
Hmm.
age between 21 to 65 only. So by
55. Yeah.
using this technique, so
Yeah.
minimum value we have to consider minimum value plus one, minimum
Yeah.
value minus one.
Minus 1. Yeah.
So you will get a test case for one test case is minimum value what is 21.
Yes.
Okay, you will write a test case for 21, validation of 21, it has to accept because it is
Yes.
valid,
Yeah.
right? So minimum plus 1 you have to count, which is 22. 22 also it has
22.
valid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minimum minus 1, which is 20, right? So it is not a
20.
valid.
This is
Mi-
not a valid input.
Minimum is 21, minus 1 is 20. 20 is not
20.
a valid. So it has to
Yeah.
give you error, right? Please enter
Yes.
the customer is above 21, right? So that
Yeah.
is the, so you'll get three test cases, right?
Yes.
So also you have to, this is the inner, outer boundary 65 is it. So
Yes.
maximum it will accept only till 65, you have to validate. So what
Yeah.
if you enter 66, right?
Yeah.
Again it
That's
is invalid.
invalid.
So if you enter maximum minus 1, which is 64, so it is a
Yes.
valid.
And yeah.
So exactly you will get a 6 test cases which will cover 100%.
Okay.
So this is how whenever you get a requirement, right? So you
Hmm.
have to use this technique, right? So
Yes.
invalid test cases, valid test cases,
Yes.
invalid test cases.
Yeah.
Invalid test cases you will validate for inner boundary which is 20, outer is
Hmm.
66, above the
Yeah.
66. So valid test case you have to validate for 21. What will happen? What 22? If you enter 22, if you enter 65, 64, right? This
Hmm.
is how the system
This
has to
will.
accept.
This is max value plus 1, right?
No, no, maximum minus one because maximum, so maximum minus one is there, so it is invalid. So it has to be 4 plus exactly.
Yeah.
So maximum value plus one. That's
Plus
correct.
1 will be invalid.
Exactly because it is going behind 65. So our
Yeah.
requirement is you have to validate the field because in
Yes.
interview they will ask, okay, so there is a flight booking is there. So only in
Mm-hmm.
flight there are 100 seats are there. Okay,
Yes.
so how will validate the seat booking? So right, so if if it is below 100, it has to accept. If it is above
Yeah.
100, it has to
It has
reject. These
to
are not
not reject.
counted.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so that is the one boundary value analysis testing. Okay, this is how you
Okay.
can design your test case and validate. The
Mm.
second technique is equivalence partitioning. Okay,
Mm.
again this is also is a black box testing technique, software
Mm-hmm.
testing technique, right? So it will
Mm.
divide the input domain into two class of data, right? So exactly your equivalence, equally you are just dividing. So let's see
Okay.
how it is there. Okay, so there is a
Yeah.
field called percentage. Okay, this will accept only value between 50 to 90. So if you enter 49, it will not. So what is the valid? And valid is between 90 to, sorry, 50 to
50
90.
to 90. Yeah.
So invalid is less than or
Less
equal
than.
to 50
Yeah. Yeah.
because you have to, and exactly you have to divide. We are not taking minus one or plus one here. If you
Yes.
enter anything less than more than 90 or equal to 90 is invalid because within that range only you have to enter.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are equally dividing it. Okay, so let's see here. I have given here consider percentage field that will accept the percentage only between 50 to 90%. So more or even less not accepted, and application will redirect user to an error page. Right?
Yes.
That is how we have to divide it using this one. The same only more. It is almost same as boundary value analysis only. So only thing you have to
Mm.
divide it. So let's say if you divide a 50 plus 90, so you'll get around 70 or something in between that. If you enter
Yeah.
any in between that range, it has to accept. So now
Okay.
third technique is decision table,
It
true or
is.
false, right? So
Yeah.
we have written a login test cases. How many test cases we have written earlier? Five test cases. So one is
Yes.
for correct username, correct password, wrong
Password.
username, correct password,
Yeah.
right? Error message has to be display, homepage display, right? So you can use this table, right? True or false. If
Okay.
any one value is become false, the result will be false, right?
Yes.
The decision table, both the value has to be true.
Mm.
So this table will it is a representation of input versus rule, right? The test conditions is
Issues.
very it is kind of like again it is a technique for it will help us to derive the test cases, right? For designing the test cases. So here, if you keep a rule one, if username is false and
Mm-hmm.
password is false, output is error because both are false.
Okay.
So here,
Okay.
rule number two, if you say one is correct, second one is not correct, obviously output
It's
is
again error. Yeah.
error. So rule number username is false, but true one again. So both the
Error.
values are correct, then only you will get a home page.
Okay.
So H is for home page. I have given here what is TEF. Okay, so that is how
Mm.
decision
Yeah.
table. Okay, so one is
Okay.
multi-value analysis, equivalent partitioning. So then
Yeah.
decision table, true or false. So case
Yeah.
test case one, test case two, test case three, test case four.
Mm.
So now fourth technique is graph based technique. So or we
Okay.
can say transition diagram. Okay. So again
Okay.
it is a state transition, like it is a part of a blackboard testing technique in which it changes
Mm.
the state, right? Transition, right? Let's see
Yeah.
how it will. So this is when tester is testing the application for finite input value. When tester is trying to test the sequence of events that occur the application under test, right? So if you enter
Yeah.
more than three times or sometimes, right? So let's take one example here. So what is state transition? Okay. So let's
Mm.
consider ATM machine is there. Okay.
Okay.
If you enter
Yeah.
invalid password three times, your account will get locked.
Locked. Yeah.
It will not lock first time or second time. It will lock only on third time, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
this is what. Okay, I have shown here diagram. So first start. If you firstly you will enter incorrect pin. It will ask second time. Again, it will please enter a correct pin.
Yes. Yeah.
Second time, if you enter, third time it will ask. If you enter incorrectly, account will block.
Yeah.
Right? If you
Okay.
enter first time only, if you enter correct pin, it will grant the access. Okay.
Okay.
Or if second time also, first time you enter error, second time if you enter correct, it has to give the access.
Access granted. Yeah.
And third time also, if, in case if you are not entered incorrectly second time, third time if you enter
Mm.
correctly, again it has to give the granted because
Yeah.
the state will change only up to third, more than third, three, right?
Okay.
So this is what we call it as a state transition, right? So the
Okay.
state will
Okay.
get changed.
Okay.
Okay. So if we have to give an example by taking this is how we will validate the state
Okay.
transition technique for testing.
Okay.
So now we have a pairwise testing or all pair. This is the last technique. We have a
Mm-hmm.
five techniques, right? First one is BVA and equivalent
Yeah.
partitioning, decision table, state
Equivalent.
transition. Last one is all pairs. Pairwise
Oh.
is again design technique. What is a design? Test case design technique, right? It will deliver
Okay.
100% test coverage. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, it is a black box testing technique, design technique. So we are talking about which will help us the test case are designed to execute
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
possible combinations, right? Because it is very important to check the application, right? So let's understand more on this. So there are two way. Okay, so one is backward compatibility testing and other one is forward. Okay, let's see what is backward testing. In this method, it will verify the behavior of developed software under older version. So what will,
Okay.
let's say if you let's say WhatsApp point 2 version is there. Okay, this is the latest version. If you
Mm-hmm.
enter, like if you the same functionality has to work in low, like let's say I have not updated my software, but still it has to work,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that is what backward compatibility. You have to check in old version, right? So that is also it has to work, okay? Because
Okay.
user will be using they might not updated their
Yes.
files. So now
Okay.
let's see how this pairwise testing will help us to design the testing. Okay, so there is a one application is a car ordering application. So they are mainly selling.
Mm-hmm.
They are selling only buy or sell. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's assume here car selling application buy
Buy or sell.
sell. So we have to attribute. We have to put how many buy are there, how many sell are
Mm.
there. Okay. So second one, what they will do, the application will buy only sell or buy only BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. Right. So this
Okay.
is the car types. Right.
Mm.
So okay, these three. Okay. So they will
Mm.
accept only booking. Either it is online or you have to go to showroom. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
E-booking or you have to go to store or showroom. So that will comes under type of booking.
Yeah.
Book either online or go to store. So order can be placed during the hours, right?
Novels.
So time. So it might be 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes.
Between these only they will accept the order. If you go beyond that, it will not, right? So uh, one is order category. So buy or sell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you
Mm.
count here, so let's say here 2 is it, here 3 is it, here 2 is it, here between this you can take either 9 or 6. So if you multiply it, permutation combination, so it will give you around 2 into 3 6 and 6 12, 12 and 24 test cases.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's see how it will take the, okay. So let's say a registration number, there are 5,000. So cars are there. So how many?
Okay.
5,000. So if you take 5,000 into 24, how many uh, combination test case you have to validate? 1,20,000 test cases will come.
1,000. Yes.
So it is very huge, right?
Yes.
Cannot validate test case combination 100 and this is the infinite, right? So that is
Yeah.
why let's simplify again. Okay. So you take
Mm.
only let's take you only take valid registration number and invalid. So which is valid is
Okay.
5,000, invalid is less than 5,000 and more
Less,
than 3,000.
more
You
than, yeah.
count only two here instead of 5,000. So now
Mm.
it will become 48 test cases. Can you
Okay.
imagine? So coming 1,20,000 to you drastically reduced to 96,
90. Yeah.
right? So now
Yes.
let's rearrange this combination. Okay. So
Okay.
step three, arrange the value. So let's say, so category you will validate for buy and sell. Location, okay, location we have left it because that is why we are getting
Yes.
48. Location only Delhi and Mumbai, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, and registration valid, invalid, you have to take auto type and working hour, non-working hour. Okay.
Mm.
Now you have a product. Okay, this one we have already calculated 96. Okay, so now let's go down. You
Yeah.
have to take three category. So why they have taken three categories? Okay, so now you have to fill the empty cells with desired value. Okay, so now So buy, you can buy all three, right?
Mm.
And sell also you can buy, you can sell all three,
Sell three. Mm.
right?
Mm.
So you can book online all three again,
Mm.
and you can go in store also. So you can sell by online or here also. So this is also
Okay.
applicable for here, and invalid and valid. So we are taking valid registration number and invalid.
Okay.
So here invalid and valid. So again location also for this also same. Okay.
Mm.
So now if you consider like this, okay, product BMW we have to buy here with in
Mm.
store, and BMW you sell, buy or sell you consider. Okay, one is in Dell,
Yeah.
one is sell in Mumbai. Okay, invalid with invalid valid. Okay, so you have to do this. Okay, first three here two. Okay,
Mm.
so either you can book in store or e-booking or in store. One car, same car you can validate either in store or e-booking. You have covered two also, right?
Mm.
BMW also you have covered validate invalid.
Valid, invalid,
Audi
yes.
also you have covered invalid, and in store and e-booking as well, right?
E-booking, yeah.
Mercedes also. If you consider
Yes.
all these three, you are just getting only around eight test cases, exactly eight test cases
Yeah.
with all the combinations.
Yes.
BMW you have covered working hours. BMW you have covered non-working hours.
Non-working
Audi also
ones.
have covered working hours. Audi also covered non-working hours, right? So it
Yes.
has covered all the valid and invalid combinations on all the everything. So that
Yeah.
is how, if you have to think in that way, you have to use this techniques, which will reduce and it will give 100% coverage, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So that is why. So we are discussing. This is how you can take it. So you cannot go blindly to write a test cases. You have to plan it, right? So this is how
Okay.
it will help us to think it in differently. So
Mm.
conclusion here is pair-based testing technique.
So for
Black.
different modules, we have to
Ah,
choose different techniques, right?
yeah, exactly. So
Mm.
all these are only in testing. We have five techniques. You can use any techniques. If it is
Yeah.
coming to true or false, you have to use the decision table. If it is the
Mm-hmm.
checking anything after three time, two time, then you have to go for state transition, right? So if you
Mm-hmm.
have more values with a different category, you can go for pair wising, like how we have
Okay.
written one by one, right? So
Okay.
if you have only input value, you have to go for equivalence or boundary value.
Mm-hmm.
So that is about black box testing techniques.
Okay.
Okay. So it will help us to design our test cases like efficiently.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's discuss about white box testing and its nature. It is not important because white box testing is for developers.
Developers, yes.
Let's see what they will do, how they will test it, right? Unit testing. So
Yeah.
white box testing is a software testing technique in which internal structure, design, coding of software tested, right? So in black box, we don't worry about internal structure or coding or design,
Yeah.
right? So, so there, like if you have a coding knowledge, so they will ask some testers. So,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they will also, like if they have any knowledge on coding, they will also test unit testing sometimes. Okay, it is
Mm.
not like unit testing is always done by developer, right? So some testers will be there. So who is experienced in developing as well as testing. White box
Okay.
testing, they will call it as open box testing or clear box testing or glass
Okay.
box. So you can see everything what they have written.
Okay.
So how they will verify white box testing? So they will consider both internal security holes if any loopholes are there, right? So some error is there, any if it is poorly coded, right? So if the
Mm-hmm.
specific flow input through code, expected output, functionality of the conditional loops, right? Testing each statement, object, function, all these combination they will consider.
Mm.
So like how do you perform white box testing? So let's understand one. First thing is you have to understand the source code, what they are written, right?
Yeah.
So what they have written, they have might be written for login page, how they have written, like what language here they have used, how everything they have used, right? So everything you have
Yeah.
to understand it. Right?
Okay.
Then second, once you understand the coding, then you have to go for designing the test case and
Yes.
execution.
Okay.
So here, let's say they have trying to print integer a and b. A is a 10, b is a 5, something. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they try to print it. A
Yeah.
plus b. Okay, if A is 5 and b, they are adding addition. If
Mm.
result integer result a plus b, if result is greater than 0, it is a positive result. If
Okay.
else, it is a negative. Let's say a is let's say here we will take a equal to uh, 1 and b equal to -4. So what is the addition of this? What is the result?
5.
B equal to
5.
-4.
Minus, okay, it's minus 3.
So what is the output here? What will print this code?
Output will be negative.
Exactly, right? So that
Yeah.
is how they will test. First, this is the entire the code they have written. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it has to give here I have given. So one is minus,
Okay.
one is positive, right? So you have to take consideration. It has to print correctly, right? So you have to
Okay.
verify the decision of branches, loop, and statement. Okay, so right. So advantage is by finding the hidden error. If it is showing plus value, even though if you enter minus, then it is a defect. So they have to
Mm-hmm.
correct it. Why they have
Okay.
right? So they will think all the uh, coding details.
Okay.
Okay. So white box testing is it is mainly for developer not to worry on this. Okay. So that is
Mm-hmm.
how it might be complex because if you have a knowledge, then only you can find it. I'm just
Yes.
showing only simple, might be very big program. So that time it is very difficult to analyze it, right?
Yeah.
So so they have a techniques again. So how they will do this, right? So like how we have uh, used for testing, black box testing techniques, right? So they also have a techniques. So one is statement coverage. How they will cover? So number of executed statement divided by total number of statement. So let's say we have above print positive or negative. Let's say if you 1 plus 1 both are positive, it will print only positive. It will not print, it will not consider second line
Yeah.
because second line will not execute. So that is what
Mm.
total executed how many statement? Only one.
1.
Total how many statement we have? Two into 100. So that will give the coverage.
Okay.
So that is how they will do it. Okay. So I have given one more example here how to calculate here. See here. So let's say A is if A equal to 3, B is 9. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it will consider first it will take the value of A and B. It will
Mm.
compare if result is greater than 0, it will print positive. So now it will consider 12 is a greater than 0, it will print, it will not go to 6th, 5 and 6th
Okay.
line of code.
Okay.
Right? So now the statement coverage is total executed is 5 statement. Total
Yes.
they have written 7 statement. So
7.
percent
Yes.
statement coverage is 71%.
71%. Okay.
So that is how they will calculate the percentage
Mm.
wise. So second one, if you consider minus value, so
Yeah.
it will execute all except positive because let's say point 1 to 7 it will execute, but except 4 because it will not execute because the value is
Yes.
minus.
That is
Now
minus.
we have a statement executed is total 6 because else also executed because the
Yeah.
condition has to verify. So now statement coverage is 85%.
Okay.
So that is how they will calculate it. Unused statement, dead code,
Okay.
unused branches, missing statement. Right? So everything they have to cover it. Right? So they have
Mm.
to like analyze it. So that is about statement coverage. So now path coverage. Let's understand what is path coverage in white box testing. So path
Yeah.
coverage is specific kind of methodological sequential testing in which individual line of code is assessed. Okay. So let's see what does it mean. Okay.
Yeah.
So now here I have given example here. So if x is greater than 5, the program will result A. So let's say what they have taken here. So path coverage testing works in tester must look into each and individual line of code. Okay.
Testing.
For complete coverage, and tester must look at each and possible scenario which is covered. So let's say if two results, one is greater than 5. Okay, it
Mm-hmm.
will result A. If x is greater than, less than, or equal to 5, the program will return B. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so here they're putting input as one value. Okay, if they enter one x equal to 1, 1 is greater than 5. No, it will not. It is not.
Okay.
If it is less than 5, it will return B. Okay, so that is how each and everything line they will analyze it. Okay,
Okay.
in black box testing. Okay, so I
I.
mean the logic they will use it. If they
Okay.
have written any, let's say login, it has to accept only 5 to 8. If you enter less than 5, it has to give an error, right? So that is
Yeah.
how they will write a code. How we'll see front end error, because back end the program they have written like that to show the error,
Okay.
right?
It's all
So
white box testing only, right? It's
yeah,
this
it is
thing.
for developer only, not to worry.
Yeah.
So just have some idea like how they
Yes.
will
Yes.
calculate. So third one they have branch coverage.
Yeah.
So number of branches. Okay. So let's say I have given here again A and B. Okay. So here they are doing multiple multiplication. So now see what they
Mm.
have here. So if A is greater than 5, A equal to A into 3 and printing the A
Yeah.
value. Okay.
Yeah.
They are printing only if greater than 5. The value is only greater than 5, then only they are printing it. If not,
Okay.
they are going for unconditional branches and conditional branches. So they have
Mm-hmm.
written a test case like one test case for value of 2, which is less
Mm.
than 5. It will not print, right?
Okay.
So then greater than 5, they have taken only 2. 50% decision they have taken, two branches, only two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that is about how they will calculate, and it is again one more is a topic like how they will calculate the complexity of program, right? How they will decide software is very complex, right? So there is a
Okay.
formula m equal to e minus n plus 2. So we'll see what is n is a node, number of nodes, e is a
Mm-hmm.
number of edge. Okay. Uh, so let's see what they are doing here. It is a cyclomatic complexity. So if you had to pick one metric to use for measuring the complexity, it would be cyclomatic complexity. Without question, better known complexity measurement method. It is common for developer. Often the term software complexity or cyclomatic complexity interchangeably. Let's see how they will calculate the complexity, cyclomatic complexity. So there is a control flow. What is the control flow? It might be true or false. If
Yeah.
one value is less than 5, it will exit. Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
say they will start comparing the value and they will do the exit. Here also, here also. Okay, so how many
Okay.
nodes are there? Here, four nodes are there. First, you
Mm.
have to start, then you have to compare whether the value is true or false, then you execute or exit. So, here, by using that above formula, so they will
Mm.
calculate m equal to and like e minus n plus 2. Okay, so
Yeah.
node we have 4 minus 4 plus 2, it is a 2 for you have to enter default value function. This means that there are two linear dependent. So what does it mean? Either it will execute only true or false. Let's say 1 is greater than 5, false, right?
False.
It
Yeah.
will come out of the program. So 6 is
Mm-hmm.
greater than 5, yes, true,
Yes.
then it will execute. Only possible is 2, right? So
Yeah.
that is how we will get a only two values possible.
That's.
Complexity or complicated. So both are same only. Complex or complicated.
Yeah.
Let's see how they will say whether it is complicated or when to say complicated or complex, right?
Mm.
So the code fields complex are harder to understand, right? So that is
Mm.
because there is a term that to describe type of code is complicated. Okay,
Okay.
you're not able to understand, so then they will say as a complicated, right?
Yeah.
Feel like complex are hard to understand, right? So then it is a complex. So both are
Okay.
not quite equal. So we use these two terms describe how two different of our code is. Like it will like confusion comes from fact that our code is often both complex or complicated. Uh, like so when we say the code is complex, we are talking about level of complexity. It's code that has a cyclomatic complexity value, either high or another measure method. It's follows something that measurable, right?
Oh.
So something they have given here. So, but I mean, basically in terms of coding, for example, if you're using a written very low level coding, right? So some juniors are there,
Mm.
then they will say very that become very complex. If you have written very neatly and with the following process, then it will become not complex, but it might be complicated.
Okay.
So that is about white box testing techniques. So we have discussed about black box testing techniques, white box
Mm.
testing techniques. So now let's focus on integration testing. Integration testing, what does it mean? We have already discussed.
Yes, yes. It's a part of like white box testing, right?
No, no, no. Integration testing is not a part of.
Yeah, it's like sorry, it's integration testing is a testing checking the data transfer
Between two
is
or
verification. Yeah,
one or two modules or one or two
modules. Yeah,
components.
between one or two modules, the data
Yeah,
transfer or
right.
yeah, yeah.
So, so system it is performed by whether interaction between two modular software system are working or not, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
let's understand more on this, how it is there. So it will help us to detect the early, and it will earlier
okay,
feedback code acceptability like individual modular will be available. So correct
okay,
data flow, correct control flow, correct timing, memory usage, software requirement, and everything. It will help us to analyze and
okay,
identify it. If something is failing, it will help us to find a defect and fix it.
okay.
So in large software development, they will divide the integration in number of levels, right?
Yeah.
So like how we have functional testing, non-functional testing. Inside functional testing, we have many like
Mm.
unit integration system, acceptance testing, regression testing, retesting, ad hoc
Mm.
testing, like. So the here
Yeah.
also in system testing, they will develop like divide low level and high level. So let's
Yeah.
understand this. Okay. So first they have to complete like when you start your integration testing,
Com-
what is the entry criteria?
it's unit testing after single component testing after
Ah,
that. Yeah.
exactly. So once you completed like unit testing, then only you go for integration testing.
Yes.
That is the entry criteria. If somebody asks you, so what
Yeah.
is the entry criteria for functional testing, right? Or
Okay.
system testing? So once
Okay.
unit and integration testing are completed, there is no defect. Then we go for system testing or functional testing.
Okay.
Okay, so that is entry criteria. So you just go through the document like how when they will start their testing, when they will stop their testing, what is the criteria, right? So
Okay.
because that is very important. Let's say if you have a defect, so it is not you cannot accept to start your testing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they have to
If there
fix
is
those
any
defects.
yeah any defects in the unit testing, we can't start the integration
Hmm.
test. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is some rules and regulations are there.
Yeah.
So what is exit criteria for integration testing? If you like validated, completed all the modules, right?
Yeah.
So is it correct performance according to the requirement?
Specific.
Then
Yeah.
exit it. Okay, now let's see types of system integration testing.
Okay.
Okay, so as I told, they have divided. So one is top-down approach, other one
Yeah.
is bottom-up,
Customer. Okay.
third one is big bang. So let's understand what is the top-down and bottom-up and big bang. Okay,
Yeah.
so in top-down integration testing,
Mm-hmm.
let's say there are Gmail application is there,
Mm.
one is login is there, home page
Yes.
is there, okay, inbox, delete, sent items, trash or bin. Okay, these are the component.
Yeah.
Okay, six component are there. Okay,
Mm.
top down integration testing,
Yeah.
system testing, and bottom up integration testing. Okay. So now let's say they have developed only these two modules. Okay, these are
Mm-hmm.
completed. So what about this? Let's say they have written only login. How they will calculate homepage, right? So here, so let's say they have completed all six modules. So they will focus on top-down integration first. That means
Yes.
critical component are tested first,
Yeah.
leaving time for bottom-up testing, which is low-level component, low critical component. So which is
Yes.
here it might be delete or rarely used, sent item bin, right? So
Mm.
bottom-up integration, right? So that is what. So the first top layer of controlling subsystem start of the root, right? So those
Yeah.
modules are tested, right?
Okay.
Critical modules are tested first. That is only top-down integration. So they will combine all the subsystem. They call it as a by
Yeah.
testing subsystem. They will collect all the subsystem. Do this until all the subsystem incorporated into the test. Stubs are needed to do this. We will understand what is stubs
Mm-hmm.
and what is drivers. Okay,
Okay.
stubs are dummy models. Dummy models, as if I say dummy models, let's say they have completed only login but not home page.
Mm-hmm.
So they will
Yeah.
mimic. Say home page is not written, so they will uh, use a dummy model. Dummy
Okay.
model means might be some other Facebook. They will use homepage of Facebook,
Okay. Yeah.
not a Gmail, because they just use already completed. Okay, so
Okay.
their focus is only on after login. It has to go to anywhere,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
It's not exactly because that model is in progress. First, it is accessing a login or not. So that is what
Yes.
we will call as a stubs. Stubs are used in top-down integration testing in order to simulate. I told you right behavior of low-level modules are which are
Yeah.
not yet integrated or not yet developed.
Develop. Yes.
So those are stubs. They will use the stubs.
Okay.
Okay, then they will test it. So, or let's say inbox is there. If you delete delete the message, but delete folder or component or
Is not.
logic is not developed, so they will use
Oh.
the delete some dummy models.
Okay.
It will behave as a delete functionality. That means if you delete the message, then it will go to dummy model. It will collect in that. But
Okay.
later, once the flow, like data flow is correct, then they will start writing the actual code. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that is what they will use the models,
Okay.
dummy model, in order to validate incomplete models. Okay,
Yeah.
here's model one is there. It has dependency on model point one, two, three, like that. So it is the
Mm-hmm.
top one. Highest or highest model are starting or critical, which is
Okay.
login is the top model. First, without login, you cannot go for anything, right? So you have to come from top-down integration testing.
Yes. Uh, example, if there is a login function is one module and register is one module, right? So there is no link between like a login or a register. Is there any link between that? Like in that cases, what they will do, like they will separately to do
Ha,
that.
see, ha, exactly. So let's say a registration is there,
Yeah.
but login is not related to registration.
Yes.
So they will develop separately. If
Okay.
any model is depending on another model or low level
Mm-hmm.
models, then only
Mm-hmm.
they will go for combining the stubs. Stubs nothing but
Okay. Whichever modules have the
dependency.
sub modules, like
Ha,
that.
Yeah,
related to
exactly.
that. Okay.
So they will use that to be simulate the exact behavior. Stubs allow all the possible condition to be tested because it will help us to test all the combinations, right? So if
Hmm.
we, so because if you delete the inbox, it will go to dummy delete folder. So all the
Okay.
combinations. Large number of stubs may be required. What does it mean? So it
Okay.
might be required sent items bin also if you click here and here. So they
Okay.
will connect it, but they have not completed it. And
Yeah.
that is why they will use the dummy modules. Right? I told you
Okay.
not tested separately.
Separately, yes.
So now that is about top integration, top integration, top down integration
Top down.
testing.
Yeah.
So now bottom up integration testing here is low level component are tested first, then high
Okay.
level component later. So
Okay.
in this, subsystems are tested that previously tested subsystems. This is
Okay.
repeated until all the subsystems are included.
Okay.
So
Okay.
drivers are needed here. So earlier we used top-down stubs. Here drivers are needed. What is the drivers? Drivers are calling program. Those are
Oh,
used in bottom-up integration testing. Drivers are also used when some modules are missing or unavailable at time of testing. Right? Same here as well.
mm-hmm.
So let's say here delete folder is low level or bottom up testing you are doing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you delete the message from here, which is
Yeah.
completed, but bin is not completed. Okay, it is yet
Yes.
to be developed. So then they will use the drivers, right? So drivers are
Okay.
nothing but those are a calling program. They will help us to test while some of the modules are missing or unavailable or not developed.
Okay.
So then you will use a bottom-up integration testing.
Okay.
Drivers are used when high modules are missing or can be used when low modules are missing. Might be
Okay.
might be login page is missing or they're developing only delete folder first or inbox later they will joining later. I mean connecting later, right? So that is how.
Okay. In top down, they will use stubs, and in bottom down, they will use drivers.
Drivers. Okay. So
Okay.
here, suppose you will take a example here. Model A is a login page.
Mm-hmm.
Model B is a home page. Model
Mm-hmm.
C is a profile where you will see the profile detail. Model D is a
Okay.
sign out. Okay, logout. So there are
Okay.
four modules are there. So you have written a
Mm.
test case separately. Okay.
Okay.
So we go for a uh, top-down or bottom-up integration here. First,
Mm-hmm.
top models are should be like let's assume they are developed, which is login and home page. As
Yeah.
soon as they developed, it will undergo testing,
Yeah.
right? But it required model B, which is home page,
Mm-hmm.
but it is not developed yet. So in this case, we will use the stubs as driver. I told you already.
Yeah.
So if one model is not developed, so they will use the stubs and drivers, which are dummy models. So it will
Mm-hmm.
help us to validate the functionality correctly, right? So we can conclude that drivers are fulfill the necessary unavailable models. Similarly, we may use the stubs as driver in place of C and D also. Like logout is not there, they have
Mm-hmm.
developed our profile setting is there, right? So if they are not
Mm-hmm.
available, then you have to use it.
Okay.
Okay. What is advantage here? So in bottom up node
Separate.
stubs are not needed because we are focusing on only low level component. So
Yes.
real time systems it will help us to validate all the functionality. It will perform as per requirement. Our requirement is to validate logout, but logout is not developed. So we'll use the drivers.
Yeah.
So this disadvantage here, test the most important subsystem that is UI last and drivers are required. Without this, you cannot test it.
Mm.
You have a
Yeah.
dependency, right? So these are some disadvantages.
Yeah.
And both drivers as subs are served same functionality. Sounds like same only, right? But let's see whether they are same or not. Okay. So yes, they will serve the same functionality. Whenever there is some models are not having dependency models are not available or not developed, so it will help
Mm-hmm.
or it will fulfill the unavailability and it will serve as its functionality.
Okay.
Okay. So that is about top-down integration testing, bottom-up integration testing. Now Big Bang, right? So what is
Yeah.
Big Bang? It is a type of testing. Again, all the components are integrated together at once, right? Then
Okay.
executed. So it is a Big Bang integration, right? So
Okay.
it is also called as a system testing.
Okay.
So you log in, you go to home page, you go to profile, you log out. So you will continue
So,
all the
so
testing.
here all the modules should be developed,
Completed.
right? Yeah, completed.
Exactly. You are right. Absolutely correct. So all the
Yeah.
modules are should be completed and checked.
Mm.
Okay. So I have given here. So there might be high chances of missing some critical defect because
Yes.
you
Yes.
you are just focusing on end to end. You're not focusing on only profile. You are not focusing on only logout, right?
Yeah.
So might be there. It is very difficult to cover all the test case integration testing causes
Okay.
delay, right? So again, you have to do integration testing by dividing yourself, right? Even though if they have completed, it is best, but you have to do end to end again,
Okay.
right? So that is about system integration testing.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have almost we have understood everything: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, or functional testing, non-functional testing, and
Yeah.
most of the thing how to design everything. But now you have completed all, you have raised a defect, all the defects are fixed, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now you go on
Mm-hmm.
to exit, right? So there is a testing called user acceptance testing. What does it mean? User has to accept. What does it
Yeah.
mean? The whatever you have tested, they have to
Mm-hmm.
accept whether the you have tested properly or not, or application is developed as per their requirement or not, right? So
Okay.
usually it is done by end user
And use it.
or
Yeah.
client
Yeah.
to verify
Mm.
whether the system they can accept or deny, right?
Mm.
Before moving to the application to production, nothing but it is a releasing to public use.
Okay.
So we will call it as a user acceptance testing.
Testing.
So this is done in final phase of testing after functional testing or integration testing or system testing is done.
Yeah.
Okay. So why we can you tell me why user acceptance testing is important?
Uh.
Because it will help the business to believe, right?
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
say we
They
have
need
a
to test.
so whether let's say you are running some business, you want this some application that is
Mm-hmm.
your requirement. So you will also, let's say you are building something, you are building some home like house, right? So you will go
Mm-hmm.
and check whether they have built correctly or not,
Yes.
right? As
Yes.
a owner.
Inspection. Final inspection.
So
Like
here also the purpose of user is to validate the end-to-end business flows, and if
mm-hmm.
it is not focusing on error or anything spelling mistake. It is
Yeah.
end-to-end all the functionality, whether it is look and feel everything is working or not, right?
Okay.
Data
Yeah.
setup everything, right? So
Mm.
it will help for them to whether they have built correctly without any defects or anything, right? So
Yeah.
again, it is a kind of black box testing, right? So where might be it is done by usually client or end user. Who will
Okay.
perform testing? It is done by end user or client,
Client. Yeah.
or sometimes you also by using the real data. You are not
Oh.
using dummy data. They have
Okay.
because you have to test in production, right? So once it is
Mm.
done, so they will launch it to production, which is live. Or
Okay.
they will develop, they will test, they will do the testing whether it is uh, like accept or not. Once it
Yeah.
is done, they will launch it. So it is that is how the software is being launched.
Yes.
So what is prerequisite? So business requirement must be available because as per the requirement they have to test it.
They
Application
have.
code should be developed fully, right?
Oh.
And
Mm.
unit integration testing, everything is completed. There is no defect, high defect, right? There is
Mm-hmm.
there might be only cosmetic or some error, very low level. Then only they will accept.
Yeah.
Regression testing should be completed with no major defect. I told you regression
Okay.
test. All the reported defects should be fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
If any defect are open, they will not accept. You cannot go
Okay.
for releasing because how will go with the issues, right? And
Yeah.
traceability metrics, all the completed execution, right? You have a 10 test case, all 10 test case should be passed. There should not be
Okay.
any defect, right?
Okay.
You should get a sign up email from your project manager or anyone go
Yes.
for user acceptance testing. All these criteria
Okay.
for user acceptance testing.
Before user acceptance test, we
Ah,
need to.
All
Okay.
these has to be mandatorily has to be followed.
Okay.
Okay,
This is a like entry criteria for user
exactly.
acceptance.
Yeah, absolutely correct. These are entry criteria for user acceptance testing.
Yeah.
Or you can say as a checklist also, or rules also. Some rules are
Okay.
something. You can say as an entry criteria. That is the best terminology. So
Yeah.
now let's see what type of user acceptance testing. There are three types of acceptance testing, like how we have
Okay.
discussed that. System integration testing, we have discussed three types of testing: top down,
Okay.
bottom up, and gamma big bang testing. So
Yes.
here three types. One is alpha testing, other one is beta testing, gamma
Mm.
testing. Let's see what who will do alpha testing, who will do beta testing, when they will do everything. So now we
Okay.
know everything. When you will do user acceptance testing after unit integration system functional testing, you will go for unit testing. Or sorry,
Unit.
UAT testing, user acceptance.
UAT. Yeah.
So in that alpha testing. So alpha testing is performed by in-house software developer like engineer or tester, QA
Okay.
tester only.
Okay.
Before
By the testers.
before handing before asking client to check or end user to check, first they
Okay.
will do by using developer and tester, both they will test it together,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So it is a
Mm.
final testing stage before software being released to real world, right?
Okay.
So this
So they are
testing,
testing with the real data. These
ah,
people. Okay.
yes, right? So
Okay.
and before beta testing, okay, if they have
Okay.
identified any bug, they have to fix it, right? Then they will
Okay.
release it. So now we
Okay.
understand who will do developer and tester. They will do in their environment.
Environment. Okay.
Once alpha testing is done, right? Who are involved? I have already given here. So
Yes.
it has a two phases. First phase, testing
Mm.
is done by only developers. Either
Okay.
they will use debugging if they have any issues, everything they will fix it
Mm.
quickly, right? So
Mm.
usually, while alpha testing, tester will come across plenty of bugs, right?
Okay.
Crashes, missing features, or document anything.
Okay.
In second phases, the tester also do it. So usually,
Oh.
developer and tester only do it.
Okay.
So what is the advantage? It will give the better quality and early stages and free up
Mm-hmm.
the team for other project, reduce the delivery time to market, early feedback. What does it mean? If they have any issues, they will fix it quickly.
Okay. If anything, like in alpha testing, if they find more defects and it will take more time, they will
They
like
will not go for leasing. They will
okay.
check. So that might be core. Usually it will not happen because you have done all type of testing, unit
Yes,
testing,
yes, yes. Yeah,
integration testing, system testing. But you will
yeah.
find one or two defect. That is fine. They will check. Might be data. Data flow is incorrectly. Some code breakage is there. Some system
Okay.
crash or server crash. Right?
Okay.
These are reason. So they will debug all those
Mm.
causes.
Okay.
So now once alpha testing is done, they will go for beta testing. Who will do? It is done by real user.
Yes. Okay.
So they will. What does it mean? Real user, the production. It will go to real world.
Yeah.
Means real environment. Environment. What does it mean? Environment here. I
Uh,
told you already.
Sorry.
What is environment here?
Environment is like I can't.
It is a URL where you are testing the
Yeah. Yeah.
application. So it is a
Yes.
URL. So they will
You are.
call it
Okay.
environment
Yeah.
or some what do you call instance. So
Mm-hmm.
where what what they will do? They will push the code to in this production URL.
Okay.
So what is a production URL means Google. Let's say Uber Eats, right? So Uber.
Yeah.
So if you enter Uber Eats, so this is a if you click here www.ubereats.com. So
Yeah.
this is the production URL. But
Yes.
test in testing, right? So they will use some dummy. They will use
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
testing.com before
Okay.
releasing it to production. So they will
Uh,
use the dummy like what you call testing environment.
Environment. Okay.
They,
That will
first
be,
they
that
will push.
URL will be different, right?
Ah, exactly. You are right.
Oh,
So
okay.
URL will be different than production URL.
Oh, okay, okay, got it. Yes.
So later, once they will test in the different URL, different environment, that
Hmm.
code they will push in production URL.
So,
Whatever the
one.
code we have tested, it will comes here.
Okay, can I ask you something? In the alpha testing is done in the real, like a real environment or a testing
No.
environment?
So there are two, three instances will be there. One is they will separate it from. I'll tell you here.
Yeah.
One is testing,
Yeah.
another one is pre-prod, other one is production. Prod. Prod is nothing but production only. So here
Okay.
URL is testing.www.com.
Okay.
Okay. So once this testing is completed 100%ly, so this code
Okay.
they will move into here pre-prod before going to live, right?
Okay.
So this environment is might be like PRD or something www dot. Okay.
Okay.
So here, so they will do alpha testing.
Okay.
Here, what is our production URL? www.com. It is
Dot
a
com. Yeah.
real,
Yeah.
right? So this is how one by one. So first they will test
Okay.
here. They will push the code here. They will
Mm-hmm.
go do the coding, uh, like pushing the code to another environment or another instance or
Okay.
another URL. Then
Mm.
pre-prod, testing, pre-prod and prod, production. So it is very
Okay.
important. Okay. So
Pre-prod
this is how in
production.
real time. Because
Yes.
what will happen if you, without testing pre-prod, if you pull the code to here to directly, so then you will
Mm.
obviously get lot of errors.
Lot of defects
To avoid,
in the.
that, so you will test it again,
Okay.
but with minimum. You cannot run all 100 test cases. If you have a
Yes. Yes.
20 test case here, you will not
Yeah.
run all 20 test cases. You will do only 4 or 5 test cases. Here also
Okay.
4 or 5
Random.
test.
Randomly select.
Not
Randomly.
randomly, not randomly, critical.
Critical. Okay.
So because those, at least the critical functionality, what is the functionality? Let's say ordering food. So at least
Yeah.
it has to, well, you have to do end-to-end ordering, right? By
Yes.
using credit card, any one payment is acceptable. At least one is working or not,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
always you have to focus on critical flows.
Yeah.
So now, once alpha testing is done, so beta
Mm.
test, which is done by a real user like you and me. So where
Yeah.
real data you have to enter, you have to enter exact phone number. So now
Okay.
in testing we will enter like dummy numbers. It is not a real number,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But in beta testing or real time, you have to enter real data, right?
Okay.
Where real user, they will create a one or two phone numbers or credit card. You have to use a real credit card which is
Mm-hmm.
connected to your bank. But in testing, they will use a dummy credit cards, which is not
Okay.
real,
Yeah.
but it will behave as a real card functionality.
Yes.
So it can be considered as a external user acceptance testing. So our final testing before shipping the product to customer. So
Customers.
here,
Okay.
ah, they also do it in pre-pod only here also, but
Mm-hmm.
somewhat close to production. So somewhat
Okay.
they will divide reason, one reason and second reason. Right? So they will
Yeah.
go for, let's say there are 10 city are there, only one city they will push it in that reason. Might be one
Mm.
dot com will be there, but it is not exactly before there. Here also they have to use a real user.
Yeah. Real
Initially,
inputs will be given in that.
uh, so
Okay.
here testers also involved or might be real user or client also there will be
Mm-hmm.
involved. Okay, so
Okay.
before shipping the product to the customers, okay,
Customers. Okay.
only one or two are they will use real users, not all 100 users. Let's say in your
Okay.
city there are 100 people are there. Out of 100, they
Mm-hmm.
will allow to use only one or two people,
Okay.
real user only, not 100 user. Because first
Okay.
they will check it whether these two user at least they able to launch or not. Once they are success, then they will hand over to all the customers.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get the direct feedback from customer for beta testing. Okay, if
Yes.
anything issue is there, so they will tell. Okay, there is a
Yes.
production error or something, this is not working, then you will go back and you will check whether I have tested or not. Your test manager will come
Mm-hmm.
why it is missed, right? So then you have to go
Yeah.
back to your test cases, you have to find out, oh, and you have to find out all your screenshot, right? So
Mm-hmm.
everything meeting will be there. Okay, so that is a
Okay.
review and retrospective, like what went wrong, what went well,
Yeah.
right? What is the feedback, what is the lesson learned, so everything will be there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So beta testing will reduce the production failure and defects. If any defects are there, they will fix it as soon as possible. They have to fix it, then only they will release. It is kind of one day only. It is not that they will not give on spot. At any cost. They have to fix it. Okay, because
Okay.
it is a business, right? So that is
Yeah.
why it is very important. Okay.
Mm.
So you can understand difference between alpha and beta. So alpha testing is
Mm.
done by tester,
Yeah.
usually internal employee of organization. Beta testing is done by outside or end user
Yes.
or not an
Yeah.
employee of same company.
Yeah.
Alpha testing is done by developer side. Site nothing but URL.
Yes.
Beta testing is done by using client location or client location nothing but
End
maybe
user.
using the same internet connections, right? So
Yeah.
because most of the software applications are developed in India, but they're launching in US or America or Canada
Uh,
or Australia,
mm.
right? So they also those people also they will test it in their location.
Okay.
So reliability testing and security testing is not yet performed here in depth in alpha testing,
Okay.
but here they will check everything: security, reliability,
Okay.
everything. Alpha testing involved both white box and black box testing techniques. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Developer will check
Developers and testers are involved.
huh. Beta testing is only black box. They're not worry about code. They only worry about
Yes.
functionality is working or not. Okay. We just go through all these. So it is very easy. So
Yes.
which we
Yes.
have discussed above. That is the difference between alpha
Yeah.
testing, beta testing. So what we are discussing here now,
Sorry.
what we are discussing here in this topic, what exactly we are.
Gamma testing now.
No, 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 no. So what is the gamma testing? What is the part of which testing we are discussing here?
User acceptance testing.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so third type of
It's a
testing
types
is
of.
it is a
Yeah.
type of acceptance testing. Okay, it is
Mm.
again a final phase of testing, and it is performed when product is ready for release. Right? Let's say
Okay.
we have completed developer and tester. So now it is a, they will tell there is no defect, everything looks fine. Now the product is
Yeah.
ready for releasing to real time
Okay.
with specific requirement. Okay,
Okay.
specific requirement means whatever they have given by client, those requirement only they have considered and corrected. Okay,
Okay.
so not all in-house testing activities are decided to. I told you, right? Not all the testing
Yeah.
cannot do all 20 test case. Only will
Yeah.
be running only 5 year only critical test case will be carried out to ensure that
Okay.
the product is working fine, product quality, security, everything, right?
Yeah.
Prior to production.
Yeah.
So how it is performed? It is performed by directly by skipping in-house activities. What does it mean? No need to test it. Testers are not considered here.
Yeah. Okay.
Here also. Okay. They will
Yeah.
identify end user like one or
Mm-hmm.
two people only, very
Okay.
minimum. Okay. So then
Mm.
product is released to the open market with gamma version, right? Version, updated
Okay.
version, or older
Okay.
like new version, something, right? So then you will get a notification. Please update your application, right?
Okay.
So then they will review and they will get the review. If you go to Google Play Store, you will get the review. What is the review of this Uber Eats? If you check here,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
uh, okay. If you go to Google's Play Store, you will see that 4.5 or 4.4.
Mm.
So they will vote
Yes.
like they will check all the ratings. So if
Mm-hmm.
somebody asks any suggestion, I want
Mm.
I'm looking for this requirement to be developed, right? So they will take it in next
Okay.
cycle. They will accept it. They will assess the quality, everything. Any review or
Oh.
will related to improving the product, right? If they get any
Mm.
feedback on improving the product, they will consider it for the next
Okay.
upcoming releases or version. Again, you will test
Gotcha.
all the testing, but you will do the regression testing already completed. So they're changing the code. You'll check it. So
Yeah.
right, that is what. So advantage of gamma testing, right? So it will help to assess the quality in terms of usability, testing, performance, security, and
Mm-hmm.
no critical unless it is a critical has to be fixed, right? And at
Okay.
this testing, they will skip all the activities, which will save the time, and it will assure the
Yeah.
gain the product with all the requirement. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Since it is involved limited user, it is easy to track the progress,
Yeah.
review the
Reviews
product,
and selected.
select
Okay.
more effectively. Right? So this is
Yeah.
so here there will be very minimal time or 1 hour, 2 hour
Yeah.
only it will be there. It is not like
Oh,
30.
okay.
So within that only they have to fix it. Very tight deadlines, very pressure,
Okay.
increase the pressure because if you ever find a defect within 1 hour only you
Mm.
have to fix it. Shorter deployment
Oh,
cycle. Right? It cannot be controlled by end user or participant. Right? No guarantee on testing, completion testing. Right? So that is what. Okay. So that is
okay.
all about
User
system
acceptance.
integration, user acceptance testing, types of user acceptance testing, because you just have to remember. They will ask
So
question.
one doubt. These are the stages of user acceptance testing, right? So after doing alpha, then
Ah,
beta will be done.
exactly,
Then
exactly.
gamma.
So
Okay.
these are type of testing, right? So they have divided who will take care, who will who. It
Yeah,
is
yeah. That's
for
what.
them to track it. So
So
they will
it's like
ask you sometimes in interview, right? What is alpha testing? Who will do it? Give me an example.
yes,
What is beta
yeah.
testing? Then in that period, like time of period, so you should have the definitions, right? You should be remember. You should
Oh,
remember.
yeah, yeah.
Without definition, if you do not remember the terminology, it is very difficult to answer. If
Answer
you go
yes.
again and again the notes, so you will get it. You'll, I mean, first time
Yeah.
you cannot remember everything. If you go second time,
Yes.
you will remember something. If you go again and
Yes.
again and again, you will become a perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we are left with only what is adapt testing and what
Yeah.
is regression testing we have already covered. So
Yeah.
then we have non-functional testing. We will uh, complete tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So after
Yeah.
that, uh, we might be come up of end of the manual testing. Okay.
Okay.
So now it's
So
no point.
can I get the notes at a time in one
Haha.
part?
That is what my plan. So once this course
Yeah.
is complete, entire one to because it is very difficult for you to go